Okay guys, so yeah, I'm in the van at the moment. A friend of mine called Mark actually suggested putting night vision cameras on the roof. Well, I've got a Sirenix and put it on the roof so I could chill in the van for a bit if the weather isn't brilliant. I thought, what a good idea. Never thought that because there's no skylight or no opening in the roof. I could get one sorted but and get the camera up there, but put it in the roof pointing up, so that's where the camera is at the moment. It's half and half out there, but we'll set it up and then just watch the flushing back, see what we can film. Never thought of that, Mike. Thank you for that. How are you doing, guys? I'm in the van at the moment. I think you saw in the last video I've done a little bit to this van so I can travel around, sleep out overnight while skywatching. I love my gadgets and gizmos, so I bought a few more things. I'll show you them. And then an amazing story to tell, one of the weirdest UFO stories I've ever been told. At first I thought it would wind up. I'm 99% positive it's not. I've looked into it, I've met these people, and there's no sign of it being some sort of wind up or anything. I'll tell you the story in a minute, guys. I'm going to show you what I've got here though. Okay guys, so I'll just quickly go through what I showed you last time and then I'll show you what else I've got. Camo roofing, absolutely love that. The gas cooker, electric cooker, water container with that USB tap going into the basin. You can just throw that out, no need for all your fancy piping and great water bucket. Just shut that out. It's got a nice little seat there. Can lift this up. Storage under there with my gas cans in and everything, my boots, lights, all food, all the bits of things, and right, sleeping area. Let's have a look. Sleeping areas through there, so you can see plenty. Well, I am saying plenty of sleeping bags because there is plenty of good sleeping bags, free sleeping bags there, cushions, lovely little area, all blacked out with blackout curtains, so that's great. That there is a little TV that powers off the power station or the battery, so it's covered up that up just to keep up dust off it. Under this bed, by the way, is absolutely loads of storage, some hooks and lights there just to hang whatever on. I can rest my phone on that when I go to sleep. But these are row seats. Didn't really want to get rid of these seats. This was a panel which we're going up behind these seats with a plastic window in. I've cut that window out so I've got access from the front to the back. But before, if I was sleeping here, I would have had to go outside to get to the back. So I don't ever do that. I want full access in the van, so that's great. So like I said, row seats, leveled it out with all my storage, self-inflating air mattress, and then sleeping bags. It's a perfect little sleeping area. Absolutely does me fine, love it. So what's new? Got this little USB lantern. It's very bright, so this is good. USB charger, and you got your red mode. What I'll do, I'll just switch off the light on the GoPro just to show you like red mode. Nice and relaxing, that red colour. Just put that light back on, and then you got that flashing mode for whatever reason, and then there's it's actually a torch, so that shines your light down. It's very bright, it is, very bright indeed. I am impressed with that, very impressed. Right, what else? Got all my stuff hanging up there. The fridge, Alpacool car fridge, that's brilliant, and that is, it can run off the car battery. It's got an inverter, you can plug it into its cigarette lighter. Got myself a little power station, EcoFlow. It's just a 300 watt power station. For now I am going to get a much stronger power station, but to be honest I spent a fortune recently and I'm not planning any really long trips, but this is good enough. It runs the fridge, it runs the lights, and I've got a little heater here, and it runs that as well, so absolutely brilliant. These fans are good. You can find the switch to them, again USB, and they really are quite powerful. I've got a couple of them there, so there we go. So them hot Nights when you're trying to sleep, they're great. Like I said in the other video, I paid £3 for that off a second-hand market. Really like that. So this EcoFlow power station, USB ports, USB port in. Let's put it on. And what I am impressed with this, not now because I've used it earlier, it's on 97%, but I charged it up to 100%. It's been in the van all week. It's been very cold and frosty at night. Not used it, and when I put it back on, it was still on 100%, so I definitely was impressed with that. So I've got this plugged in to, which runs across here, a good power strip. The power strip has got USB ports as well. What you got to do when you plug it in, you've got to switch it on individually there. It's also got a 12 volt socket, same with that, you've got to switch that on. So there we go, that's plugged in. So I've got my lights, the fridge that was popped on, but I plugged that in to show you. This fridge goes, well, it's a fridge freezer from plus 20 to minus 20. You can use it as a fridge or a freezer, not both, but great stuff. So that is that, and through here I've got this, another light through there, so bang that on, there we go. Like I said, all blacked out, sides, front. Got a couple of my baggage down in there at the moment, but lots of storage space there and under there. And more curtains here to the back of that. So that is great. Yeah, so that's a good power station. I'm going to get a more powerful one. This is the EcoFlow River 2. Okay, so we'll try this little heater here. It goes into the 12 volt. Switch it on individually. That comes on. I'm actually impressed with this. It doesn't blow out red hot air, but it is warm. It's definitely warm. 150 watt heater. We're looking at some other ones quite similar to this, and people say no, it's just lukewarm, it's cold. Well, this have the best reviews. People sometimes buy these to defrost the windscreens, because you can plug it into the cigarette lighter. Also, it's on heat now, but you can put it on just a fan for summertime. So there's another fan. But like I said, it's not over hot. It's not really gonna overheat inside of the van, but it certainly will warm the van up when it's cold. It's not bad at all, isn't that? So that's great. So you can run that off your power station. So all in all, I'm pretty pleased with everything at the moment. Got all my everything I need to hand quickly. You know, the pans I use every time I go out. First aid there, my fans, stuff hanging up. And sometimes when the weather's not great, and I'm out, sit here and have a go with that guitar. Got my water, got my sleeping area back there. Storage. These are, I call them containers, but the fabric, they're really good actually. They're very solid. They're full of storage under the bed, storage under there. This lifts up, and there's lots of storage in that bit there. And behind all this lot, I've got all my oil and water for the car, and jump leads, petrol can, everything. Basically, when you're doing anything like this, anything you're very unlikely to need, use very rarely, just put it in the back out of the way. And then the more regular you use things, they become more to hand. So everything what's out is what I use every day, and then other things I put away. So there we go, guys. Okay guys, so that's the van so far, my little Skywatching van. Travel around, sleep over places, do this Skywatching. So the weather's not great, it's cold, it's a bit windy out there, it's silent, it's on the roof, it's pointing upwards, so we'll check that footage back after. That's a great idea. Thank you to my friend Boy for suggesting that. There's not a skylight, there's no sunroof in this van. I could get one cut and do that for myself, which I might do in the future. I might do that. So anyway, this story, I'll make it quick because it is a long story, but can't go into every little detail of it. And I always thought it's a wind up, but I still think it's a wind up, but I've never seen any evidence of a wind up. But once met this girl, she takes me to UFOs, she sent me videos and what have you. It's got long story short, we went to some UFO watches in Todmorden, and she was there, and she told me this story about she was abducted as a child. She was 8 years old back in 1983, 2nd of June. She remembers that because that was actually her birthday, and she remembers being in this craft and remember seeing other children there as well of a similar age. And one thing she does really remember is panicking, thinking she wanted to get back into her bedroom, back in her bed, because her mum and dad are going to be worrying and wondering where she was. Obviously, she said she was taken from the window which opened fully, and that's where she was taken. That's what she says. That's the story, and that's about it really. She was abducted and put back in her bedroom, and she was. The main thing was the worry of her mum and dad wondering where she was, and she's been fascinated in this subject ever since. And that is that. I don't know what I think of abductions myself. What do you think? You know, I believe there's stuff going on, and do they? You know, if there is something going on, do they really need to abduct people? Can they not just take DNA samples or anything? I might be wrong. But anyway, that was a few years ago. A couple of years went by, and I got a message, or I should say this lady was from Halifax in Yorkshire. A couple of years went by, I got a message from this lady, said, I've got a story to tell. I haven't told anyone, not even my husband, but I really like, you know, your channel and your Facebook page, and that's where she messaged me on Messenger. And I just find it easy to tell a stranger really, but don't post on it, don't tell anyone. This really time since she has given me permission, and she hasn't even told any of her family. And it happened when she was a child, and sometimes it's good to tell a stranger things. That's what it is. People don't tell the closest to them, and friends and family, they like to tell a stranger. And it took quite a while for her to get married, for her to get the confidence in me, because I said, of course, what's your story? And I never heard from her again for weeks. I text back a few times, no reply, and then she texts again. So you promise me you won't tell anybody? I really need to get it off my chest. I won't. Tell me your story, I promise. You got my word. Of course, I'm a stranger, so does she believe me? There we go. And never heard from her again. This went on for 18 months, guys, back and forward. She won't tell me. One particular message, she decided to tell me. She says she was abducted as a child. Get this, she was 8 years old. She was, it was 1983, and it was her birthday as well. And she lives in Todmorden, which is about 10 miles away from Halifax. Now I thought this was a wind up. I thought, I'm not mentioning names, but I thought this was the first girl winding me up. And turns out no, it wasn't. And because she messaged me on Messenger, I did a bit of stalking onto the Facebook pages to see if they were friends with each other. You know, they both didn't have their friends set as private, so I could see the friends list. None of them were on each other's friends list. And more conversation went back and forth because I thought it would wind up for time, so I got in contact with the first girl, who we really did trust, and she said, no, I've no idea who it is, I don't know her. And the second girl said, I don't know the first girl, because I told the second girl, I know a girl who this has happened to. It happened on the same date, the same year, and it was her birthday as well. So she was as amazed as I was, and the first girl was as amazed as both of us two were. And still, I'm thinking it's a wind up. But eventually, they wanted to meet up. They wanted to talk about their experiences. And I'm thinking of these twins and the sisters or something, and just winding me up. Because it's too much of a coincidence. But no, they met up. I went. We all met up in this pub. And come on, guys, you know if people know each other. These two girls never knew each other. The things they were talking about, they talked for hours. And there was nothing there to say they knew each other, nothing at all. They were talking about the families, the friends, the jobs, what schools they went to when they were children. They didn't know each other. They really didn't. But still, a part of me thinks there's something there, because that is something. I've got two people contacting me who don't know each other, live 10 miles apart. Both says they were abducted by aliens, as I forgot to mention earlier on, but obviously by aliens. And they said 8-year-old, same night, it was their birthdays, that's why they remember the date. I forgot now, it's 2nd of June. You're going to think it's a wind up, but nothing tells me it is. They're best friends now, to this day they are best friends, and we keep in contact. Let me know what you think about this story or any other alien abduction, guys. I'm not quite sure what I think of the abduction side of things, but I've told this story before on the channel, and I feel a bit stupid telling it sometimes, but it just seems too much. I'm not making this up, guys. Let me know what you think, alright? You're getting a bit of a cough. It's very cold. You can probably see off my breath. Could do with your drink. Please do like, share and subscribe. Leave your thoughts, leave me a comment, I'll always reply. Alright guys, take care. Speak soon.